So before we begin, I want to pause for a moment. What y'all about to hear are like 8 to 9 short stories. These are real words from real people that share with me anonymously. Me, Lighty Sams, anonymously. To every person who trusted this space with something fragile, unfinished, or heavy, dog, I want to thank you. And I don't take it lightly. I really don't. I appreciate y'all trusting me and letting me tell this story for you. These are not polished stories. They're not meant to be inspiring or resolved. That's not why we're here. This is not what UnNamed is about. There are moments, things people were told didn't matter, feelings that were minimized, doubted, or brushed off, bro. Episode 3 is about what no one believed, about being unheard. About realizing that silence sometimes feels safer than explaining yourself one more time. So please, y'all, as you listen, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And if you hear yourself in any of these stories, dog, you are not alone. I promise. This is UnNamed.
Look, you want that drink game tight with no hangover? Kinshow Cocktail by RSRV Collective got you. Premium, alcohol free, flavor that hits like a boss. 30% off with my code at rsrvcollective.com. You're welcome.
I don't even know why I'm sharing this. I didn't plan to. It's just been sitting in me, and I guess it finally spilled. Last week, I had a few days off work, and everyone kept asking what I did with the time. I didn't even know how to answer without lying, so I lied. Said I relaxed. Said I caught up on stuff. The truth is, I mostly just sat there, played games longer than I should have, scrolled until my eyes hurt. Told my roommates I was good because that's easier than explaining why I wasn't. My head doesn't shut the fuck up, like ever. It's like once there's silence, it's filled with everything I don't want to think about. I have conversation in my head from years ago, things I said wrong, the times I embarrassed myself and didn't even realize it until later. People who hurt me that I pretend didn't. All of that just loops over and over, like my brain is trying to punish me. Sometimes I cry, but it's not dramatic. I just sit there and let it happen quietly. And it's not always sadness either. Sometimes I'm so frustrated with myself, I don't know where to put it. One night I screamed into my pillow, and for a second, it scared the shit out of me how much came out. But it also felt like relief, like at least something was moving instead of staying stuck inside of me. Everyone thinks I'm fine. I make jokes, I show up, I know how to look okay. But inside, I feel like I've been carrying this weight for years, and nobody sees it. Even when I'm with people I care about, there's a distance I can't explain. Like I'm there, but I'm not fully there. I write things to myself sometimes, stuff I wish someone else would say. I don't even know if it helps, but reading it back is what makes me feel less alone for a second. It's like I'm reaching out and grabbing my own hand because nobody else is. Most nights end the same way. I'm sitting there with a controller or my phone, not really doing anything, just breathing and trying not to spiral, trying to survive my own thoughts. That's the win, that I made it through another night.
Drink different. Kinshow, rsrvcollective.com.
Nights fuck with me. Everything slows down, and suddenly there's room for thoughts I keep pushing away during the day. I think about the years that passed faster than I expected, about things I meant to fix and never did, about people I should have reached out to sooner, or if at all. It's not one regret, it's a pile of them, and sometimes it feels like they all show up at once. I remember when life felt open, like there was time, like mistakes didn't feel permanent. And somewhere along the way that changed. And now it feels like I'm always catching up to something I can't see. I go on walks at night through the same streets I know forever. The house is lit up, TV's on, people laughing. It's comforting and depressing at the same time. Like life is happening right there, and I'm just passing through it, watching from the outside. I write things down when it gets too loud, not in some deep, reflective way, just dumping thoughts so they stop bouncing around in my head. It's messy, half finished sentences, but it reminds me that I've lived something, even if it doesn't feel impressive. Tonight, I sat on the porch longer than I planned to, had a cup of tea I didn't really care about, just needed something warm in my hand. I watched the sky fade out. Nothing changed, but for a few minutes, I wasn't fighting myself. And honestly, that felt like enough.
Look, you want that drink game tight with no hangover? Show Cocktail by RSRV Collective got you. Premium, alcohol free, play with the edge like a boss. 30% off with my code at rsrvcollective.com. You're welcome.
I'm sitting in the parking lot right now because my phone got shut off and this place has Wi Fi. It was a small bill, nothing dramatic, but that's how close everything is for me. One thing tips and the whole thing starts to fall. I've been living in my car for 2 years. I still don't say that out loud. Even in my head, it feels unreal. I'm always calculating gas, food, where I can park without being noticed. It's exhausting, pretending this is normal. I used to have a job that felt stable enough, not amazing, but it mattered. When that ended, I didn't crash all at once. I just slowly stopped believing I could get back up. It was quiet. Nobody noticed. When my phone shut off today, I just sat there and thought, how the fuck did it get this bad? And the worst part is I didn't have a clear answer. It just did. I'm supposed to have a phone interview soon, and I know that's a good thing. I know it's a chance, but right now it feels heavy. Like hope requires energy I don't even have anymore. Nobody knows, and I make sure that I drive long distances to see someone I love and act like everything's fine. I smile, I laugh, I leave before the mask slips. They don't know where I sleep. They don't know how close I am to losing everything. Some days I sit in the car and stare at nothing, wondering if anyone will ever notice if I disappear for a bit. I run numbers in my head that don't add up. I replay mistakes I can't undo. I'm so tired of surviving. I don't waste money. I don't drink. I don't do anything reckless. I just try to get through the day. Somewhere along the way, I accepted having nothing, and that scares me more than being broke. I hate myself for letting it get here. I really do. I don't know what comes next. I just know I couldn't keep carrying this shit alone anymore.
Drink different. Show rsrvcollective.com.
Things have been heavy for a while. I don't talk about it much. I just keep moving and hope it passes. A few nights ago, a friend called me out of nowhere and told me they were coming over. No questions, no build up. I didn't even try to argue. They showed up, put on music, grabbed drinks, made themselves comfortable like they always do. They noticed I hadn't eaten and ordered food without saying anything about it. No pity, no comments, just handled it. They helped me clean a little, joked the whole time, made fun of themselves just trying to make me laugh. And at some point, I realized my shoulders weren't up to my ears anymore. I didn't need advice. I didn't need fixing. I just needed someone to sit with me while things felt heavy. That night mattered more than I know how to explain. I spent my teen years invisible. People laughed at me, ignored me, whispered behind my back. I got nicknames like Moose, Tank, Giraffe, Thunder. Girls avoided me, and the attention I did get was wrong, uncomfortable. Now I've lost a lot of weight. People notice me, strangers compliment me, friends invite me out. Doors I never imagined opened up. Suddenly, I'm treated like someone who matters, but I haven't changed inside. I cover up scars and stretch marks, still cringe at my reflection, still feel insecure. Old friends joke about my past, calling me chunky, assuming I'm ashamed. I'm not. I'm still me. Only thing that changed is how the world sees me. The thing is, losing all that weight didn't erase the years of shit I went through. I still remember the humiliation, the isolation, the whispers, the laughter that cut deeper than anyone could see. It's still there in my head sometimes, creeping back in, whispering, "You'll never be enough." Life feels different now, but I'm still fighting the same internal battles. People treat me better, yeah, but I carry the scars, and fuck, it's exhausting. Remembering that some of the world only sees the surface. Surviving the way I did taught me resilience I wouldn't have otherwise. Every glance, every whisper insult, every nickname shaped me into someone who can withstand more than I ever thought possible. But it didn't erase the pain. It just made me stronger, even if no one else notices.
Drink different. Kensho. rsrvcollective.com.
I spent years carrying things I can't tell anyone. I admit, I'm afraid they leave if they really knew. Sometimes I feel like I've been performing my own life for everyone else, smiling, helping, keeping busy, while inside it's quiet chaos. Last week, I found myself sitting in the car after work, staring at the dashboard, gripping the steering wheel so hard my knuckles hurt. I hadn't planned to stay that long, but I couldn't bring myself to move. Thoughts kept spinning. I'm tired of pretending, tired of holding it all together. When does this shit get easier? I cry sometimes when no one is around. It's not always sad tears. Sometimes it's frustration, relief, sometimes just the release of holding it all in for too long. I learned to hide it when people are around, to laugh at the right moments, not to say I'm fine. But the truth is, the quiet is getting heavier every day. I put on the same show every night. I already know every line and every pause. It's just comforting knowing nothing is about to fall apart. I just wish somebody would sit with me, not try to fix anything, not tell me I'm fine, just be there while the weight is too much. Maybe someone like that exists, but I haven't found them yet. So I carry on, pretending the performance is enough, even when I feel like it's not.
Drink different. Kensho. rsrvcollective.com.
I never woke up hating myself. That's the part people don't get. I was good. I liked who I was. I knew how to make people laugh, how to be warm, how to show up without shrinking. I wasn't walking around thinking I was missing something. Then the internet happened. Then dating happened. I had talked to women for weeks, real conversation, late nights, vulnerable shit. I hear how rare I was, how safe I felt, how different I was from other guys. One of them told me she loved me, told me connection mattered more than anything. Then later, way later, she admitted my height had been bothering her the whole time. She said she was trying to get past it, but she's just into tall guys. Another one, same cycle, great energy, consistent messages. I actually let myself get hopeful. Then I shared what I looked like. The reply slowed, the warmth cooled. A day or two later, she was gone. No fight, no explanation, just gone. That shit happened again and again and again. So yeah, I wasn't looking for answers. I asked strangers to be honest. I posted pictures, and the response was brutal in the most casual way possible. Not ugly, face is fine, seems chill, but always the same ending. Too short, not built enough, not what most women want. It fucks with you. I've been alone for a long fucking time and not the romanticized working on myself alone. I mean quiet nights, no one to reach for, no one choosing you back. I don't want validation. I don't want to be told to just be confident. I want someone to love on me. I want someone I can love without feeling like I'm asking for too much. And the worst part, I don't want to become bitter. I don't want to turn into the guy who blames women or walks around with a chip on his shoulder. I know that mindset kills attraction. I know confidence matters, but how the fuck are you supposed to stay untouched by something when it keeps slamming you in the same spot? I went down the rabbit hole, height discourse, dating stats, other guys' stories. It messed with my head bad. What started as trying to understand turned into feeling something smaller every day. Like everything good about me was irrelevant. I used to feel solid in my body, solid in my presence. Now I feel worn down, like I'm carrying shame that isn't even mine, but somehow still stuck to me. This isn't about entitlement. It's about loneliness. Humans aren't meant to do life alone. Wanting love isn't weak. Wanting to matter to someone isn't fucking pathetic. I know I can live without a complex. I know I can walk through life with my head up. But right now, I'm exhausted. I'm tired of feeling like one unchangeable thing outweighs everything else I am. And some days, it really feels like no matter how much love I'm capable of giving, I'll never be enough because I don't measure up in inches.
Look, you want that drink game tight with no hangover? Show Cocktail by RSRV Collective got you. Premium, alcohol free, flavor that is like a boss. 30% off of my code at rsrvcollective.com. You're welcome.
I moved back home thinking I can get my life together, save money, plan for school, get my shit sorted. Instead, everything slowly started going downhill. I gained weight, my blood pressure went up, and the depression I've been trying to manage started taking over. Some days my thoughts got dark enough to scare me. The house is a mess. There's clutter everywhere, rodent droppings on the floor, roaches crawling through the kitchen. It feels dirty, no matter how much I try to avoid it. Most of my meals I end up just microwaving in my room because I can't handle being in the kitchen with all this filth. I'm also a caregiver for my grandfather, and it's exhausting. There is no help, no backup, no real break. My mom lives far away and has never been consistent in my life, but she keeps forcing a connection I don't want. When I finally tried to open up about how bad things are getting, the depression, the stress, the thoughts I didn't know how to quiet, she shut it down. She told me I was being dramatic, that I was choosing to stay stuck, that people go through worse every day and don't fall apart, but talk about wanting to kick the bucket. I ain't even argue. I hung up and blocked her. Now she calls from private numbers, leaving messages about how ungrateful I am and how I'm overreacting. I'm just tired. Tired of being dismissed. Tired of carrying everything alone. Tired of trying to survive in a place that's slowly breaking me down.
Drink different. Kensho, rsrvcollective.com.
We were driving, just trying to get away for a bit, and everything felt normal, calm even. The road was slick from rain, barely any lights around. I thought we were fine. Then we hit a puddle. The car spun, slammed into a tree. I froze for a second. My friend was pinned. I tried the door, nothing. I went around, tried the other side, still stuck. Brain soaking me, heart pounding, hands shaking. I'm pulling, yelling, not thinking straight. I ran into the road, screaming for help, pounding on doors, and cars just passed. That's what fucks me up the most. I thought we were done, that nobody would stop. Some neighbor finally came, flashlight, and called 911. He tried to help, but it wasn't enough. My friend didn't make it. I replayed it over and over. Could I have done something differently? Should I have braked sooner? Pulled harder? Anything. But no matter what I do in my head, he's gone. And I'm left with this feeling that I failed. I don't know how to live with that. I still hear the crash, still see his face, still feel my hands shaking. Every time I think I moved on, it hits me again. I ran into a guy 3 times and we decided it was fate. Different parts of the world, there's no way we can't be meant for each other. Well, we started kicking it pretty heavy and we ended up sleeping together. After a talk that I should have had prior, he wasn't looking for commitment because he had just got out of something. I agreed. I was okay, but fast forward, I caught feelings and I thought he did. But the calls, the texts, the hangouts, the dates started to slow up to non existent. He still would text me and I'd say things change. He'll say I'm overthinking, but I haven't seen him in months. I say that to say this. When someone tells you what they want the first time, believe them. Don't try to convince them or yourself that it'll change. That's it for tonight. 10 stories, 10 different lives, 10 different struggles, and maybe 10 ways to realize we're not alone as we feel. Some of these stories are messy. Some will make you uncomfortable. Some might hit too close to home. But that was the point, to sit with it, to feel it, and to see it, and maybe to know that carrying it alone isn't the only option. I truly want to thank everyone who trusted me with their story tonight. Thank you for submitting and for being raw, for letting somebody else hear it. Thank you for getting it off your chest. That takes courage and it matters. If one of these stories spoke to you, if it made some inside shift or crack open, that's enough. You don't have to respond. You don't have to fix anything. You just have to acknowledge it. And if you holding your own story in, know this. You're allowed to be heard. You're allowed to share it. And you're not alone. I'm glad you were here tonight. We'll be back. And until then, take care of yourself.
Sometimes the quietest place